Alright, we have things to see.
That's the cargo hold and crew quarters down there. My bed's conveniently located right below the opening to accommodate for those refreshing saltwater showers. It's the apple barrel. It's half empty, and aside from whatever fish we're able to catch, those apples are the only food we got on board. Jim? You look like a real sailor. Arr, matey. It's the apple barrel.
Oh, let's take an apple.
Ugh, gross. People do not toss the apples back into the barrel after eating. Here's a nice plump one. It's a juicy red apple. I feel too sick to eat anything.
Oh, darn. We need some things.
I don't look forward to another night in those. I had a dream I was on a roller coaster all night long. I can't stand roller coasters.
Let's take a look and see what we got going.
It's a sturdy wooden chest. It's empty. It's a flour sack. It's a small axe.
Can I ask you a question? Well, we need that. I don't know if you saw it.
It got away.
I don't know if I timed it right. I didn't.
It got away.
Let's see. How do I... Oh, that's right.
Dang, clever worm. Yes, got me a worm. And this is good because... Get to it, little guy. Eat your heart out. That worm's probably having the time of her life. I feel too sick to eat anything.
I don't have candy wrapper.
It's a colorful candy wrapper.
Yeah, we have an axe.
It's a small but sharp axe.
All that wonderful stuff we've needed. Alright, let's head upstairs. We have some questionings to do. Yeah, chapter 5 was a small chapter. I think they get a little shorter now. Not 100%. We gotta go...
Watch! My nose is itching. Are you sleeping on duty again? Storm front. West. Heading our way. Looks like a right old bugger too, Aye, by the mercy of Jol, it's a chaos storm. Where in damnation did it come from this quickly? And what's pulling it here?
Alright.
Navigator, change our course. We must away from the storm front and to safe harbor.
Uh-oh. I just felt a cold shiver running down my spine.
Alright, actually, I'm gonna drop, because I don't know if I missed text with this. Let's load back up to this one before I get the apple. And let's go upstairs.
It's a glass orb with a strange magical glow. It could be some kind of compass, I guess. Those are the captain's private quarters and offices. It's Captain Nebeve.
Captain's not capitalized.
Captain?
Aye, what is it?
How long will it take us to get to Elias?
We should reach the island by tomorrow night, unless we get bad weather.
Any chance of bad weather?
Well, as any experienced sailor will tell you, the weather is a freakish thing, and you never know quite what to expect. But no chance of a storm at all, or my nose would be itching.
Uh-oh.
What does your nose have to do with the weather?
Well, that's a story, be sure of that.
And?
That's all. It's just a story, and you'd better be sure of that.
I'd like to hear that itchy nose story.
Why?
Because
Curious.
I'm sure it's a real tall tale of the sea, filled with bravura adventures and victories snatched from the rabid jaws of certain death.
I had a bad accident with my nose hair scissors, and ever since that day, when the weather's acting up, my nose itches.
You gotta be careful when you trim those nose hairs.
I've come to that realization on my own.
Ew.
So, your nose itches when the weather's bad.
The view over here is quite pretty.
Scarring itch, as from the filthy bowels of the Mojal.
Do you know any sea shanties?
Jal be thanked I do not know a single one.
Not even a ho-ho-ho on a dead man's casket or something like that?
If I went ho-ho-ho on a dead man's casket, girl, the crew would tie me up in the hold. With good reason, too.
Would you like to learn a sea shanty?
Uh,
No. Actually, there is nothing in the world I want less than to learn a sea shanty. I would rather stick my head up the arse of an Elguan who's just had a dinner rich with beans and light a torch.
But
I feel in the mood for a shanty.
And I feel in the mood for a keel hauling.
Thanks, Captain.
It's actually Captain. Please try to remember, and while you're at it, cut back on the scurvy sea dog shtick, would you?
Just trying to fit in, sir.
You have as much chance of fitting in here as I do growing a second head, marrying myself, and moving to Khorasan to start a pottery business. Oh, and before you leave, mind you only take 2 apples a day from the apple barrel. We're running a little short, and aside from fish, Jal forbid, we have no other food on board.
It's the, wheel? Is that what it's called? Hello, Ton. Are you enjoying the ride, April? I'd enjoy it a lot more if the ground wasn't moving. But the ground is not moving. The boat is. Hey, you try and tell my stomach that. How are we doing on time? With the help of your magic, we are crossing faster than I had ever thought possible.
Give credit where credit is due, Lyak. This ship is the fastest there is. I can outrun a shadow ship in this old lady.
haha.
When will we be on Elias?
By sunset tomorrow, if the wind holds.
How fast is it possible to travel by sea?
I do not know. I have heard tell of a ship that once went so fast it took to the sky and disappeared. From time to time, sailors spot the ship as it floats across the heavens. It is said to be an omen.
The Flying Dutchman, right?
No, they call it bad luck.
Nah.
I have a question about your compass.
Of course.
What kind of compass are you using?
It is just a normal spirit compass. When we are not navigating by the stars or by the sun, we use this.
What's a spirit compass?
All the questions.
I forget that you are not familiar with the sea. A spirit compass points always to the magical North Pole, and thus we may navigate according to it. It is very precise, and less affected by a strong magical source.
Thanks. That's all I needed to know.
I hope this knowledge made you richer.
Keep her steady, Ton.
I will, April.
Alright, now. There, now we got that conversation we needed. Wait.
Watch! My nose is itching. Are you sleeping on duty again? Storm! Aye, by the...
Huh.
Navigator! Change our course!
Uh-oh. I just felt a cold.
Well, then we get back to this
The
stuff.
apple barrel. It's half empty. Ugh, gross.
Oh, we're gonna just skip through this.
Here's a nut.
Can I ask you a question? Sticky candy.
The worm stuck on the sticky patch I made. Yes, got me a worm. And this is good because... Get to it, little guy. Eat your heart out. That worm's probably having the time of her life.
Alright. Let's continue. Now I'm caught up.
Captain? Sir?
Leave me be, girl. I have work to do.
But we're still going to Laius, right?
Ha! You can forget about that. We must avoid the dangerous waters of the islands and head straight for Guienne if we're to stand a chance about running the storm.
But I have to get to Elias as soon as possible. The fate of worlds depends on it.
And the fate of my ship and my crew depends on us changing our course for Guienne. Now leave me be.
Sorry, I skipped over that first one, but we're about to set into motion some events.
Captain?
What is it now?
Captain, the worms have invaded the apple barrel.
Cursed be the balance. First the storm, now this. Is there no end to the horrors? Let me see. Jowl's infected arsehole, you be right. Those are worms, all right. Vicious, snarling wheat worms driven mad by their hunger for a change of diet.
As far as I could tell, that was the only apple infected. But I could be wrong.
Good of you to catch it, girl, before it spread any further. I'll have to go pluck the apples immediately. They must be saved.
He's going rather quickly. The water's actually quite pretty.
What's going on, Tun?
A storm approaches, April, and it is no ordinary storm.
What do you mean by no ordinary storm?
Look to the clouds. Do they appear normal to you?
No,
They look strange, it's true.
It is a chaos storm. A strong storm caught in a magical vortex, drawn to strong magic like bees to honey. I have never seen one with my own eyes, but I have heard stories.
And I've hoped to never see one ever again.
What have you heard about chaos storms?
That they appear only rarely, and that they signify great and terrible events in the near future. It is also said that they are weapons used by the Dark Lords of Chaos to hunt and destroy those strong in the balance.
Can we escape a chaos storm?
If we run fast enough and reach safe harbor, perhaps. I have not heard of last more than a single night, and this one is still quite a distance away. But it gains fast. I do not know, April.
It's a weapon.
Will you still be able to get me to Elias tomorrow?
I am afraid not. The captain has ordered our course changed south to get us away from the rocky waters around the islands. We are about 3 days away from Gien, but if the weather improves before then, perhaps he will be willing to turn about. But I would not count on it, April. He cares much for his ship and for his crew, and he would not risk it for anything or anyone.
You still need my magic to get wind in your sails.
The wind seems to be picking up on its own. Thus Nebuve has no need for your magic, April. I am sorry, but once we reach Gien, I am certain you will find passage to the islands.
I don't have 3 days, Tun. The balance is failing.
I am sorry. It is out of my hands.
I have a question about you.
Certain.
Won't the chaos storm affect the accuracy of the spirit compass?
If the storm catches up with us, perhaps, but I do not think so. Only a very focused magical field in close proximity to the compass would be able to affect it.
Tell me
A very...
Thanks.
I hope this...
Do you want me to relieve you at the wheel for a while?
I am not sure if this is such a good idea, April.
What's the big deal? I just hold it straight, right?
Well, I could do with a short break to stretch my legs. Fine, but I will be back soon. And if anything happens, just call out for help.
Of course, thanks.
Nuh-uh. Like they won't notice if I turn the boat around? I'll have to think of something else. According to Tun, this is a spirit compass, and it points to the magical North Pole.
Well, what do we have here? I think it's going to be the bind magic one for this one. No. No. Wait, what's my last one? Invisibility? Huh.
So if the compass was pointing in that direction when we were on course for Elias, and now it's pointing in this direction... Oh, hell. I'll just wing it. Use the Force, April.
April.
After all, who's the chosen one?
Tun, need some assistance up here.
Hopefully, the talisman will affect the compass enough for Tunlayak to change our course.
I think I may have strayed off course a bit when I was at the wheel.
I did not feel the boat turning.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna miss...
Let me check the compass.
No, whoops, sorry.
By the balance, you are right, April. It is good you were aware of your mistake, or we might have ended up pierced on the deadly reefs of Tagate. I will correct our course immediately.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, I let you take the wheel. I'm just glad we are back on course.
This isn't gonna go well.
Yeah, back on course. Is it my imagination or is the storm getting closer?
By the balance, you are right. The storm is catching up with us. We might have to ride it out. It is good we are nowhere near the islands, or we would have to worry about reefs as well.
Reefs? Nobody said anything about reefs. Tun, I have something to tell you.
Captain! Sir!
Oh, oops. Yeah, I better doing this my first playthrough of this anyways.
By the foul bowels of Jaw, you're right, Lyak. It's closing in faster than any storm I've seen or heard, chaos or otherwise. It's like it's chasing something or someone. All right, listen up. The storm's going to hit in an hour or two, and I want everything to be ready. Tighten the hatches, strap down the cargo, wake up the watch, and by Jaw's big toe, someone put a lid on the apple barrel.
What's up? And storm. Apple barrel, I think, is right there.
What is that? What is that you have there?
It's a necklace I misplaced, but I found it again, so no need to worry.
What was it doing next to the spirit compass?
It's a valuable family heirloom. I don't let anybody touch it.
Give it here.
I missed some conversations.
This talisman has the mark of the balance and of the sentinel. This is an object of great magic. The balance be cursed, girl. What by Jarl's hideous countenance did you think you were doing?
Charles Hideous comments.
I need to get to Elias as soon as possible.
So you claim. But do you know what you've done instead? You put the lives of everyone on this boat in grave danger. With the storm upon us, the last we need is dangerous waters. Thank Jarl's assassin, we still may have time to avoid the rocks of the Briston Atoll. But I swear by the honor of the 3 biased judges of Gien that I'll have you before a court if we get to land. Check the compass, Lyak, and correct our course accordingly. And don't let this wedge touch anything from now on, you hear? I need to place this accursed talisman as far away from the spirit compass as possible.
I think I missed some dialogue. Where's my last save? I will be right back. Alright, very quickly, this is what happens.
He looks very busy. She looks busy.
No additional dialogue. Alright. Then let's go back to where we were. Sorry about that pause.
She looks busy.
Alright. We gotta get our talisman back.
What just happened?
There's a storm brewing.
Uh-oh, this can't be a good thing.
But
It's closed and locked tight with a big iron padlock. It's locked with a big padlock.
well, what do you say? We asked it a question.
It's been a while since I chopped firewood, but I think I'll be able to knock the lock off pretty quick. Oh, shit!
Oh. I don't think you can see that. And we're already on chapter 7. The Deep Blue Mirror. We went through that chapter pretty fast. Oh. Crow showing up.
Thank the balance, she's all right. Are you alright, April? April? Are you sleeping? She's sleeping, bless her little heart. Boy, is she cute. Too bad she's just a chicken, not a bird. April, wake up!
Oh, Crow.
Crow, I was so worried I thought the storm got you.
Me? Honey, I'm the sidekick. Didn't you ever read any legends? The sidekick always survives.
Haha, fourth
So
wall.
you're fine?
A few singed tail feathers, and I'm so charged up sparks fly when I try to peck something. Other than that, better than ever. The sea air does wonders for my allergies.
I didn't realize you had allergies.
Exactly.
Haha.
Do you know what happened to the crew?
As far as I know, they got away in the lifeboat.
There was a lifeboat?
One of those magic fold-up types, yeah.
I guess they forgot all about me.
Nope.
I think the captain said something like, "Aye, let the wench drown and justice be done." But, I could have been wrong.
Any idea where the lifeboat is heading?
South, I guess. From what I can remember of the old man's stories about the sea, Tagade would be the closest civilized island.
Any idea how I'm gonna get to the islands now?
You could swim. Humans swim, don't they? They must, or you wouldn't be here now.
I don't swim. And nobody can swim that far. There's no land visible in any direction.
Well, I'd suggest flying, but you don't have the necessary equipment.
Why don't you try and find the closest island?
I could do that, but I'd have to leave you on your own.
Crow, I'll be fine.
All right. Don't blame a bird for trying to be a gentleman. Gentle bird, whatever. I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't go anywhere.
Where would I go?
What would you do?
Girls always disappear on me. Trust me.
Watch, she opens up a shift. It's not gonna happen though. And I'm too lazy to skip the animation of Crow flying away. I apologize.
What the hell is that? Uh-oh, for some reason the story of the bloodthirsty cannibal merman of the Sea of Song suddenly pops to mind. This is all that's left afloat of the White Dragon. I'm either the luckiest person alive or the unluckiest person about to die a slow, horrible death.
Oh, where's my thing? The chest isn't here. Okay.
I'm a long way from anything. I didn't know the ocean could look so big. Hi, do you speak Arcadian? Guess not. Doesn't seem so bloodthirsty and cannibalistic up close, though, does it?
Uh-oh.
Hi, do you speak Arcadian? Guess not. Doesn't seem so bloodthirsty and cannibalistic up close, though, does it?
Oh, I should probably drop a save because we're in the next chapter already.
Hey, come over here and let me pet you. You're just like a seal, aren't you?
Oh, and she's been dragged down underground.
Ow, bloody typical. I told her, she didn't believe me. Girls always disappear on me. Always.
April's getting dragged down underwater.
It's a drawing of a man cutting his finger open and squeezing some blood into a bowl together with some green, mossy stuff. Then he mashes it together and... oh, gross! He dips a black pearl in it and eats it. That's barbaric. Maybe the stories about the cannibal merman were true after all. But hey, in the next one he seems capable of speaking fluently with the creatures that brought me here. I wouldn't mind that, if it could get me the hell out of here. It's a drawing of a man, a human, sticking a strange